Saturday Night Baseball here on the show as we welcome you inside Chase Field in downtown Phoenix. Tonight it's the third of this four-game weekend series between the Atlanta Braves and the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Robbie Ray, a southpaw from Tennessee, is the man on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
Here's Ender Inciarte, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Underway now in the Valley of the Sun as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball one. Well, guys, you take a look at this Diamondback squad as they begin play here tonight. They're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, Dero, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you could win 4 out of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going.
And now a moment to show you the lineup for Atlanta in this one. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, I know they've got to hope that Ender Inciarte's struggles don't last long. I thought they might get a lot more production out of him this year, but I look at the numbers with runners in scoring position, and his batting average is less than .250 in those spots. If you're a guy expected to drive in runs, you're going to have to hit a lot better than that.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Ray has a reputation, or a knack if you will, for working himself out of tough situations when he finds himself there. A lot of relief pitchers are known for that, obviously, but as a starter, that's certainly a valuable characteristic to have.
Matty D, and I'm going to tell you who likes this. The bullpen likes it, and the manager likes this, because most pitchers are going to get into trouble at least 1 or 2 times during the course of a start, and it's nice to know as a manager that you have a guy that's out there that can pitch with men on base and wiggle out of some tough jams. This guy's made a living doing this in his career.
To 2-2 now. One out, nobody on. Popped him up. Marte is calling for it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Batting third, right fielder, Nick Markakis.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First delivery to him on the way. And that one just missed outside. Now the 1-0. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. The 1-1 now to Markakis. A wave and a miss.
Only 1 strike away from throwing a very strong first inning to begin the ball game. He looks sharp.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. Braves are set down 1-2-3, and now the Diamondbacks will get their first turn at it. No score. Matt Wisler gets the ball in game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. 1 good game, 1 bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
First pitch on its way. A cold strike on the inside corner. Well, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Hey, Matty, yeah, it's been a tough series so far, D-Row. They've lost the first 2 nail-biters, 2 close games, low-scoring games. They'd like to turn that fortune around here today.
Yeah, but from a manager's perspective, Dan, all you can ask for is effort, and that's what this team's given them. They took it on the chin. First 2 games, 1-run losses. They'll bounce back today.
The 1-1 home is taken for strike 2.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
Line to the right side. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And he'll get there as the Diamondbacks get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
No doubt about it. He was looking fastball all the way there, and that's exactly what he got. Got the barrel out front and just blasted it down the line for an extra base hit. Nobody out, runner in scoring position. Great opportunity here.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one got a piece of him.
Well, this home crowd didn't like this guy on the mound before, but now they really don't like him. He's gotten the faithful all worked up by hitting one of their best hitters early on in this game. And you can bet he's really going to hear it if he comes around to score.
Into the box, Paul Goldschmidt. First shot for him here, and with the season winding down, he's closing in on a league batting title. First pitch coming, here it is. Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Man, it was already a dicey situation with 2 on and no out, and then things get worse with the wild pitch there. So instead of a chance to turn 2, they've got runners on second and third, and a base hit will drive in a pair.
And that's too high, ball 2. Jay at third. Peralta stands at second. No outs. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
Hit out towards second. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. And the second run will score as that makes it a 2-0 ball game.
Hey, one of the things you want to do, Nero, is strike early, and they've done just that with a big hit driving in 2.
Yeah, Dan, great to grab an early lead right there, especially when you can throw up a crooked number for your pitcher.
Jake Lamb standing in now as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He'll check in here at 256. 23 homers and 74 RBIs. High in the air out to center field. Inciarte has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. With that, let's take a look at the hometown Diamondbacks lineup card. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matty, I'm excited to watch David Peralta play. He's been the fire starter for this team. Last 10 games, how about an on-base percentage of over 400? As he goes, so goes the team. He's playing great ball and making things happen.
Striding in, Steven Souza. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. Now a throw over, and he'll get back in standing. First delivery to him on the way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Still only one out in the inning. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Two and one now to Steven Souza. Throw over to first, and a dive, but he's back. Runner at first here, one man out. And again a throw, and late reactions, and they got him.
Decisions like that have to be made knowing who you've got at the plate. This guy can put one over the fence, no problem, so that wasn't very smart baseball.
Now the 2-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
Daniel Descalso would be next. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
He's definitely stumbled out of the starting blocks here in the first, giving up a couple of base knocks on that walk. First innings are often some of the toughest for a starting pitcher.
Digging in now, Daniel Descalso. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. From the stretch. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
Hey, I know it's early and we're in the first right here, but he's going to have to work that heater to both sides of the plate. He cannot get away with missing over the heart of the plate all night.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. A runner on first with 2 away. In the dirt here. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. The 1-2. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. On to the second inning here in the desert. Arizona's on top, 2-0. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only 1 score.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Hey, nice leadoff single to start the second right there. They're already down. They got to find a way to stay on the attack and get back in this game. We'll see how they play it here.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. That's by him for strike one. Flowers, a native of Georgia. He was taken in the very late rounds back in 2005.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
A ball and 2 strikes, the count to Tyler Flowers. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Okay, here's how the Snakes are lining up defensively. And let's take a look at third baseman Jake Lamb. Everybody's going to focus on the offense, and rightfully so. This guy absolutely mashes. But he's an adequate defender over at the hot corner. And be on the lookout for him to make a big play today.
And the next in is Johan Camargo. And he'll be looking to change his fortunes in this one. He's seen his numbers take a bit of a dive in recent action. Here comes the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Albies is on the move. Strike called. Now the throw down. And he can't hold on to the throw as it short hops him and eats him up. So a chance here to perhaps get on the board for the first time as he's into scoring position on the stolen base. And as we check out our Atlanta Braves leaderboard, you can see that he currently ranks second best on the roster in that category. Into the corner and slicing foul. The next 0-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Peralta is going to get there as he backs up to put it away. And there are 2 gone now. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Left fielder,
Here's Peter Borges standing in. First offering on its way. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike one. That pitch was so slow it barely registered on the radar gun.
Yeah, Matt, we don't see too many pitches crawling to the plate like that, especially these days. That can be a really tough pitch for a hitter to wait back on.
Albies at third with 2 away. Line toward right center. Souza is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. 1 left for Atlanta. They're still down. It's 2-0. Stepping up now, Alex Avila. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Whistler, a 25-year-old, he was selected in the 7th round back in 2011.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
Hey, as a hitter right here, you can't be leaning out over. I know those first 2 pitches were in the outer half, but nothing saying he can't ride a fastball in right here.
This is pulled into right. Markakis is there, 1 away.
Time for a look at the Braves on D. And let's take a look at former #1 overall pick out of Vanderbilt University. That's Dansby Swanson. Look, this guy fits the part. Matinee idol looks, soft hands, and the ability to manipulate the ball all around the lot from the offensive side. Look for him to have an impact in some form or fashion today.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. In there for strike one. 0-1. Bases are empty. One man out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Here's the 0-2. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Not a bad pitch right there on 0-2, a fastball. And I think as a hitter right now, you have to continue to go up there looking to hit off the fastball.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can work it back to an even count and at least give yourself a chance.
The 2-2. Got him to reach for it there as this is grounded to short. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Now batting, Robbie Ray. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one stayed too low, apparently. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Now here's the ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first home run of the season as the D-backs have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot is the result.
In now is John Jay.
Right fielder.
As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. Second shot now. He doubled to start out the home first. The windup and the 0-1. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. Jay is a player referred to as clutch by teammates, coaches, and of course the media. He seems to find himself in pressure situations often, and it's hard to find many instances where those moments have gotten the best of him. It just appears he really relishes the big spot. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit well again down the right field line. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. The next 0-2. He pulls this one into right, and Jay's on base. He's got a base hit. So a nice job there to fight off an 0-2 pitch and keep the inning alive for at least one more batter.
Well, that's just the case, D-Roll. You got to make a little bit better pitches with 2 strikes. Jumps ahead 0-2, and then a couple of foul balls, and on pitch number 5, he squares one up for a base hit.
Yeah, I can't tell you how nice that feels right there. You battle to get and count leverage and fight to get your ace swing off. 0-2, you're almost turned around walking back to your dugout. So that's a nice piece of hitting.
From the belt, the pitch. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0.
Man, I really like the way this lineup is making this guy work today. You're going to see the bullpen getting going here soon.
Jay, the runner at first with 2 gone. Just missing here, 2-0.
One pitch shy of 40 for him right now, and he's not even out of the 2nd inning of work. He's definitely not being as efficient on the mound as he'd like.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Line towards center field. Inciarte will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. But the D-backs tack on courtesy of this solo home run. We've played 2. It's now 3-0 Arizona. Standing in, Rio Ruiz, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
Rio Ruiz.
First offering on its way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Now the 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
The 3-1. Now a ball hit fouled off to the right and up into the crowd. Three-two pitch is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up, as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see right there, he's up near the top in the National League, currently 3rd best. So in now is the Atlanta pitcher, Matt Wisler. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This one's flared off to the right side. Jay is over. 2 gone.
Now batting, the center fielder, Ender Inciarte.
Digging in to try it again. Ender Inciarte. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Fielded by Goldschmidt, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Diamondbacks lead this one 3-0. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian. It'll be Paul Goldschmidt that leads things off. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes.
Ball 1, no strikes.
One ball and one strike to the Diamondbacks first baseman. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Back goes Markakis. Gone! It's a solo shot here for Paul Goldschmidt, number 28 on the season, and the Diamondbacks have stretched their lead now to 4-0.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get the W in this one. He's going to have to start keeping the ball in the yard for starters.
Into the box, Jake Lamb. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. This year against right-handed pitching, Lamb has a .280 batting average. And it's fouled away. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier to lay off because you can tell the ball is moving further away from eye level as it comes in.
Camargo is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder.
After tonight, these two teams right back at it again on Sunday as you get a look at our upcoming schedule that takes us into next week. Striding into the box, Steven Souza. He drew a base on balls his first time up. First delivery to him on the way. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. One out, nobody on. Oh, got him a swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk, coming right after him here.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just starts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box now, Daniel Descalzo. And that misses, ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now here's the pitch. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
Two out, nobody on. And he misses. 2-1.
When he's pitching effectively, usually that two-seam fastball is moving quite a bit, but here it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why he's getting knocked around.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Once again, a 3-2. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
And I'm pretty sure he thought that was a strike. He's thinking, what do I have to do? Put a bow on it? Walk it down and put it in the catcher's glove by myself? I think it got called a little outside, so he has to put it behind him now.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Pitch on its way to Avila. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
The 1-1 is in there for the second strike.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Descalzo is off at first with 2 away. Now this is popped up behind the plate for Flowers. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. 1 for the D-backs on the home run by Paul Goldschmidt. We're through 3 here in the Valley of the Sun. It's now 4-0 Arizona. Now to the plate, Dansby Swanson. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Now batting, right fielder, Nick Markakis.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. First pitch of the at-bat. Favorable call in there for a strike.
Hey, this is a perfect opportunity for them to get on the board right now. Leadoff man has done his job. Now the middle of the order gets their shot at the plate.
Here comes the 0-1. Popped him up. Marte into shallow left. 1 away.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. He's set, and the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give the guy at first a chance to run.
Stays alive, still 0-2. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good, high, hard fastball.
Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 0-1 pitch. Behind 0-2 now. Now the 0-2 pitch. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Braves strand 1. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 delivery. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. The 1-2. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So it's a base knock to lead off their half of the 4th.
Hey, right here, anytime a leadoff hitter gets on in front of the pitcher, it puts the defense on notice. You're going to see the third baseman creeping in. You're going to see the first baseman crashing, trying to get that out at second base. But if not, make sure of 1.
In now, Robbie Ray, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the 2nd.
Yeah, Matt, that last AB was a changeup that was way up in the zone, and that ball got smoked. Listen, if you're going to throw that changeup, you have to try to keep that thing at the knees or below. He can ill afford to throw waist-high to belt-high changeups.
And this will go down as an E5 as you can see the exasperation on his face. On his way out to the mound now is the Atlanta skipper. And a change is forthcoming as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So a less than stellar performance here tonight as he makes the early exit and forces that bullpen into action much earlier than anticipated. Josh Ravin answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. John Jay will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. Here comes the first pitch. And that one right down Main Street.
From a hitter's perspective, you knocked a donut off your bat knowing 2 things. This pitcher is out on the mound looking for a strikeout or a double play, so you better set your sights at least belt high.
Comes set, now the pitch. Ball 1. Marte over at second. Ray on at first with nobody out. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
Ball 3. 3-2 now. David Peralta waits on deck. Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And this is going to get down for extra bases as that'll get one, if not both of them, home. And he's in safely to third as a run will score on the play as well.
Cliches are around for a reason, and that hit right there is a reason they say baseball is a game of inches, right? Just barely fair, but that's not much consolation to the guy standing on the mound. Nice RBI two-bagger.
Digging in once again, David Peralta. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A high fastball is in there. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. Brings home the run with a ground ball, but also moves the other guy over to third base. Good job of keeping it simple there.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate. With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
That's 2-0. A man at third with 1 away. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. The 3-0 pitch is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
He might want that pitch back. Up and away, that's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
The 3-1. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Markakis is there. Let's see if they test it. And he'll think better of trying to score as he holds it third with 2 away now. Jake Lamb standing in now. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Down the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Out into right center. Well hit. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Just some more of the same from him. He's been clutch all year with runners in scoring position, and he does it again here with a double. Tack on another RBI to his season total.
Standing in now, Steven Souza, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. Runner in scoring position with two gone. The 1-0 delivery. Takes a knee-high fastball. And a neck-high fastball that time. Hit hard on the ground to short. Swanson picks it up. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Another good inning for the Diamondbacks. It's not just the air conditioning that has these folks fired up. Back with more on this fine Saturday night following this. Digging in, Johan Camargo. He flew out in his last at-bat.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. Camargo was born in Panama. He's a second-year big leaguer. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Jay has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Peter Borges.
Into the box now, Peter Borges. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. And a breaking ball stays outside. And here's a ball hit in the air. But no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. A 1-1. Hit back up the middle. Marte gloves it. Tough throw to first. Throw got him, and that's a gorgeous play.
For Atlanta, first baseman,
Rio Ruiz to the plate now, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Two out, nobody on. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. The 1-1. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Still 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Jay is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Down in order go the Braves. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. So digging in now, Daniel Descalso, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the fifth. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. Descalso, playing here in his age 31 season. He was selected in the 3rd round back in the draft of 2007.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Well, he's really been good all game long until that one. He was definitely not trying to hit a guy when he's got 2 strikes on him. It just appeared that it got away from it.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Especially after drilling the last guy up at the plate. That's just a great job to get your mechanics back under you and establish yourself back in the strike zone.
Pitch on its way to Avila. Lifted in the air to center field. And this will be hauled in shy of the track for out number 1 as the runner will retreat to first.
Now batting, shortstop, Ketel Marte.
Ready for another shot now. Ketel Marte, 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit. First pitch on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. And that one just missed outside. Missed with a breaking ball. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Descalso, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Favorable call in there for a strike. He's set. Here's the 3-2. A bouncer up the middle. Swanson brings it in. The second for 1. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. Nothing doing for Arizona. And they hold a 7-0 lead. Freddie Freeman will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Number 5, Freddie Freeman.
And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Lifetime numbers against Robbie Ray. He's just 1 for 6. 0-1 count and the pitch. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustment. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way.
The 1-2. Popped him up. Descalso is under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Center fielder, number 11, Ender Inciarte.
Here's Ender Inciarte. No hits for him to this point, not unlike many of his fellow teammates. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a good curveball at the knees.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
Line to the right side. Jay back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are two gone.
Now batting, shortstop,
Digging in and looking for more, Dansby Swanson. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. Nothing in one. Here it comes. And it's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Soft liner to the left side. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock. So now with 2 away, the middle of the order gets to bat with opportunities on base.
That's the name of the game right there, boys. Get on base any way possible. They're not all going to be beauties, but that one falls in front of the left fielder for a base hit.
Stepping in now, Nick Markakis, as he will swing and miss on a fastball on the outer half. It's strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And there's ball 1.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. With the first baseman holding the runner on, it's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
1-1. Here it comes. Now a swing by Markakis, and he launches this one high and deep to right field. And that's up onto the walkway. Way out of here. So a 2-run shot for Nick Markakis. Home run number 16 for him on the year, and they're now on the board, though still well behind. Into the box, Ozzie Albies standing in from the right side as he takes strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lost it in the air out toward right center. Jay has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. The 2 in the inning for Atlanta, both coming on this 2-run home run. Through 5.5, it's the Diamondbacks 7 and the Braves 2. Rex Brothers enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 57, Rex Brothers.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Robbie Ray. He'll be the first to swing it here in the Arizona 6th inning.
Robbie Ray.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 count and the pitch. Swing and a little blooper to center. Inciarte moving in. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Right fielder, John Jay.
In now is John Jay. His career history against Rex Brothers, he's 1 for 4. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Missed with a slider. Brothers, 30 years of age. He was selected in the first round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Now the 2-0 is taken, strike one. Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. The 2-1 is taken, ball 3. Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Inciarte is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, David Peralta.
In now, David Peralta. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Here comes the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Tough one to lay off, called a strike.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Ruiz is there, and the side is retired. So 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks. They're on top 7-2. Welcome back to Chase Field here in Phoenix. We're on to the 7th with the Diamondbacks out in front. And before we get the inning underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Ball 2.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Liner into right center. That's a base hit. Around first, he's digging for second. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
And the next in is Johan Camargo. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with his first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
A ball and a strike now. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
That was a good swing right there. Might be the best one he's had all night because he was right on it.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Popped him up. Descalzo will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Peter Borges.
Now at the plate, Peter Borges. He was a ground out victim last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike one.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked the guy up with it.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Flowers leads off second with one gone in the inning. And a fastball just a bit up.
2 balls, 1 strike. The count.
3 balls and a strike to the Braves left fielder.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. A little bouncer. The 3-2 one more time. And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ball, that's all.
Ball 1.
The Braves have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a big time for that.
That's a tough take. And it's 1-2.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
The 1-2. In the dirt. Throw to third. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
Second and third here, 1 man out. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
Well, tough to say if that was their intention or not, but it's not the worst thing that could happen. A force at every base now, so there are a lot of ways to get out of this.
Ezekiel Carrera will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 4, Ezekiel Carrera.
Now here comes the Arizona skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. Number 66 is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Carrera hitting under 300, but not by a lot. And as pitchers go, that's really an impressive number.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help a roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Oh, and he's hit by the pitch. And that'll be a painful run batted in.
And this guy loves to throw the slider, and it's a very effective pitch for him. But here's the flip side of that coin. He starts this one too far inside and plunks the hitter.
Here's Ender Inciarte. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it, so he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
Hit back toward the mound. Marte fields it cleanly. On to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. 7th inning stretch time coming up here in the desert. It's the Diamondbacks 7 and the Braves 3. Peter Moylan gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Peter Moylan.
Stepping into the box, Paul Goldschmidt. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Here's the first pitch to him. A tough sinker on the inside corner. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Sliders in for a strike. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's in there for a base hit, his 3rd hit of the game. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there. That's clean. 3 for 4. He's looking locked in.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jake Lamb. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Moylan, the former Royal, he became a member of this team after signing as a free agent earlier this season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce.
The count now at 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Taken, strike 2.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle, center cut. Tough pitch to take.
Hard hit ball to short. To second for one. On to first, a double play.
Doesn't come much easier than that. Tailor-made 6-4-3 double play and an easy one to turn.
Digging in, Steven Souza 0 for 2 for him to this point. First pitch on its way. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Borges is there. And that retires the side. Diamondbacks down without much of a fight, but they lead it by 4. It's 7-3. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. The 1-2 gets him looking up around the letters.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Here comes Souza. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Your attention, please.
So a new pitcher set to come on now, and we'll get an appearance from the hard-throwing right-hander Santiago Casilla. He's set. Here it comes. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Two out, nobody on. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now. Tries to go the other way as this is in the air to left field. Peralta is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're down 4. It's 7-3. At the plate, Daniel Descalso. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up.
Second baseman, Daniel Descalso.
First delivery to him on the way. And he lays off there 1-0. Now it's 2-0. The 2-0 on the way. Oh, and this one ran in and got him. And that's twice now he's been hit in this one.
Looks like he was trying to bust him inside, and he might have held on to it just a little bit too long. Just like that, the leadoff man is aboard.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila, as he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Comes set, and the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2.
2 strikes.
The 1-2. Popped up. Back behind second. Albies is there, 1 away.
The batter number 4, shortstop, Ketel Marte.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. On the ground is short. This could be 2. There's 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing doing for Arizona. They hang on to a 7-3 lead. Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. He came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat. From the stretch. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. Grounded down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
Up next for Atlanta, third baseman, Camargo.
And the next in is Johan Camargo, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Jake Barrett answers the call from dugout as he'll try to record the final 2 outs of this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that misses for ball 1. And he misses again. 2-0.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Too high as he misses again here, and it's 3-0 now. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
The 3-1 pitch is in there for a full count now, 3-2.
3-2.
Now a flare out to left center. Here comes Peralta, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Man, I watched Chipper Jones for years, one of the best switch hitters of all time, work on his craft under the tunnel. It's not easy to put the time in, but bottom line is, one of the reasons why they do it is the ability to work the whole field.
Here's Peter Borges standing in. Soft liner towards short. So this is pulled in by the shortstop.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Rio Ruiz to the plate now, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. First pitch on its way, and this is in the air to right, and this should do it. And he'll put this one away to end it, and the Diamondbacks have taken the first 3 games in this 4-game set. They'll look to sweep tomorrow as the ball game is over. And tonight's final, 7-3. The D-backs jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Robbie Ray gets his 18th win of the year, the best on the staff. Matt Wisler worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com.
final line score for the ball game tonight for the victorious Diamondbacks. 7 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For Atlanta, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 17 minutes. A reminder that post-game Valley Metro is available in Copper Square at Central Station. Also, extra Metro rail trains are available at the Washington and 3rd Street Station.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out in the NL West, Paul Goldschmidt had 3 hits and drove in 3, helping lead the Diamondbacks to a victory over Atlanta 7-3. He is currently among the NL leaders in batting average. In the standings, the Diamondbacks sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division. They trail first by 4 games. And the Braves are in 3rd place in the NL East. They're 18.5 games out of 1st. The Cincinnati Reds knocked out 12 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Padres 7-4. Entering the day's action, the Reds are in 4th place in the NL Central, 8 games out of 1st. While the Padres sit in last place in the National League West Division. They're over 20 games out of 1st. Chase Anderson got the W, his 11th this season, helping lead the Brewers past the Giants 5-1. At the start of the day, the Brewers sit in 1st place in the National League Central Division. They have a small half-game advantage. And the Giants sit in 4th place in the National League West. They're over 20 games out of 1st. The Los Angeles Dodgers sent 3 balls into the seats as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 7-3. As of today, the Rockies are in 3rd place in the NL West. They're 7.5 games out of 1st. And the Dodgers are atop the division, 4 games up. The Chicago Cubs swatted 4 home runs in this one as they took down the Nationals in Washington 8-0. Heading into the day, the Nationals are atop the National League East division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second, while the Cubs sit in second place in the National League Central, only a half game back. The Phillies combined for a 4-hitter as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 3-0. Entering the day's action, the Mets are in fourth place in the NL East, 19 games out of first, while the Phillies are atop the division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second place. The Marlins hit 3 long balls as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 7-4. As of right now, the Pirates are in last place in the NL Central. They're 17.5 games out of first, while the Marlins sit in last place in the National League East. They're over 20 games out of first. Kevin Gausman collected the victory in his 12th win, helping lead the Orioles to victory over Tampa Bay 5-4. At the start of the day, the Rays sit in last place in the American League East division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Orioles are fourth in the division. They're 15 games back. The Indians got 11 hits overall as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 5-0. Heading into the day, the Blue Jays are in third place in the AL East, 11 games out of first, while the Indians are leading the American League Central Division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second place. Eduardo Rodriguez grabbed his 13th win overall this year as the Red Sox grabbed the win over Houston 3-0. Entering the day's action, the Red Sox sit in second place in the American League East Division, but they currently lead the AL wildcard race, while the Astros are in first place in the AL West. They have a 3-game cushion. The White Sox launched 3 home runs as they defeated the visiting Angels 7-5. It was their 5th straight victory. As of right now, the White Sox are in third place in the AL Central. They're 16.5 games out of first, while the Angels sit in third place in the American League West Division. They're 7 games back. The St. Louis Cardinals put together 10 total hits as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 7-5. At the start of the day, the Tigers sit in last place in the American League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Cardinals are in third place in the NL Central, 6.5 games back. The Twins starting pitcher, number 59, collected his first W this season, leading Minnesota past the Royals 5-3. As of today, the Twins sit in second place in the AL Central Division, 13 games out, while the Royals are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Texas Rangers combined for 10 hits as a team as they defeated the A's in Oakland 6-0. Entering the day's action, the A's sit in fourth place in the American League West. They're 17.5 games out of first, while the Rangers are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The New York Yankees grabbed 13 hits in the game as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 5-4. In the standings, the Mariners are in second place in the AL West, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the American League wild card. And the Yankees sit in first place in the American League Eastern Division. They own a 2.5 game advantage. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball.